It's time for Columbus Sports Live. Columbus Sports Live is presented by Mercy of Columbus. Also by It's time for the Titans on your new home for Columbus High School Athletics, Columbus Sports Live.
Are we good? All right, we're good. All right, welcome on in, everybody, to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, Girard, Kansas, side of this sub-state semifinal, the third meeting between the Columbus Titans and the Frontenac Raiders. This squad comes into this matchup, I believe, 10-11. I believe that's their current record at the time. So they've lost quite a few of their main season games, but Frontenac's one of those teams that in the postseason they can pick up activity pretty quickly. Columbus comes into this game 17-4 off of a win against Caney Valley, 64-34. So Titans coming off of a win. Of course, Frontenac beat Cherryvale out on the Charger Court. So both teams tonight looking for a big win. We'd like to let you know that Columbus Sports Live is presented by Mercy of Columbus. You don't need to travel for quality, compassionate care with Mercy of Columbus right around the corner. They're local, they're reliable. That's Mercy of Columbus. You can learn more at mercy.net. So we will take a break. We will take a quick break and we'll come back here as we kick off the Vital Signs pregame show. 6 minutes, 34 seconds until the tip of this one. We return here to Girard High School after this.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the Drug Facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the Drug Facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drugfactslabel. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
As one of the oldest banks in southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated. Exchange State Bank provides quality customer service supporting the growth of local businesses, agriculture, and the financial needs of families in the community. With competitive savings and loan products, online banking and mobile deposits, free debit cards, and more, Exchange State Bank is working to earn your business. To earn more, call 620-429-1873 or visit esbks.com. Exchange State Bank, you're not just banking, you're banking with friends.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to Girard, Kansas. Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, the site of the Sub-State Semifinal game as we kick off the Vital Signs pregame show here in Columbus Sports Live. The Titans' execution is vital to their success, and at Vital Signs, they know how important execution is. That's why they help you through the entire process from design to installation. Follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company. So these two squads going into this night, we'll take a look back real quick at what the score was like the last time these two teams met at Frontenac just a couple of weeks ago. It has not been a long time. This was the last regular season game for both of these squads in a big way. We'll go ahead, as I flip through the scorebook, we'll go ahead and find the score for you. 53-49, Columbus wins it. That's the thing about this squad that makes you a little bit nervous. Columbus has come out on top both times, but it's been close. We had a 20-point deficit. Columbus was on top when they met at home for homecoming, and then Frontenac even had the lead in a little bit for that game, and it was a 2-point game. This one, pretty much the same situation. Columbus didn't have as big of a lead, but a lead out of that, probably 10 points, somewhere in the double-digit range, and Frontenac came back. So that's something that the Titans have, I'm sure, going to notice, is that Frontenac's one of those teams that you can never let your guard down. You can never really underestimate them. Another thing is that we saw Bryant Kitchen for the first time. Last time these two teams met, he only dropped 4 points, but he was big on the rebounding and on the defensive end, so he's going to be one to watch. Number 15. Also, you got Mario Mangini, the kid that's, well, it's no secret what he can do. No secret for Mario Mangini, as he is just one of the greater kids in the southeast Kansas area as far as basketball goes. We still have a little setting up to do. It's currently right now we're running off of Girard stuff, so we had a little difficulty getting up here, but we're up and running, and we got a minute and 3 seconds here until the tip of this one. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll come back to Girard High School after this.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Welcome back here to Frontenac, Kansas, as we are getting ready for the tip here in the starting lineups. Starting tonight for Columbus will be the usual suspects in terms of all five, well, not all five seniors, but all the five that have been usually starting. As we get the Acacia little pledge there from the PA table. I don't think they'll do another national anthem. The curtain is closed on the Girard Band. I'd assume that's not going to be happening. As we look here for the starting lineups tonight for Columbus, it's going to be number 13, senior Colt Ungenhauer. Number 22, senior Cole Miner. Number 30, senior Brett Hamilton. Number 35, senior Landon Midget. And number 42, senior Seth Stover. Columbus is in their home whites. They will be the home team on the scoreboard with the higher record. red letters and numerals for them. They are coached by Jerry Smiley, assisted by Taylor Spear. And for the Frontenac Raiders, they are going to start number 1, Vinny Pyle, number 10, Corbin Niche. Are we still good? Number 11, Mario Mangini. Number 22, Lane Sullivan. And number 23, Trey Kramer. Frontenac is in their road blacks with white letters and numerals. They are coached by Ryan Barcelona, assisted by Paul Colton and John Palumbo. So we will get this one underway, sub-state semifinal game. A big one here for both of these squads. Frontenac can really never underestimate them regardless of the record. They are one of the few teams in the area that, as the season goes along, they get better and better. So it'll be Ungenhauer and Mangini on the tip, and Colt wins it, flips it to Hamilton, and Midget will bring it up for Columbus, and we're off and running. Stover out for Minor. Now Ungenhauer tries his hand at a 3, too strong. Mangini for the board, and he brings it up for Frontenac. So Kramer takes it in fast. Shot off the rim, no good. And here comes Columbus. So 2 quick possessions here offensively for either squad. Here's Minor. Midget tries his hand from the outer perimeter and knocks it down. So 3 points for Brett Hamilton. He gets to start us off offensively. There's Trey Kramer, drives baseline. Shot no good, but they'll get a whistle and a foul. And that will go against Cole Minor, first personal. That's not the best way to start this game. I'm sure this game's got a lot of nerves involved with it. You know, Columbus had an easier sub-state semifinal last year when it came in terms to Cherryvale. Galena booked their ticket over Girard in a shocking fashion, a big win for Galena. I'm not sure of the exact score. I'll try to pull up the bracket and see what maybe Case has updated it. And Kramer knocks down 1 of 2. There comes Midget the other way. He'll show his fist. There's Midget up top for Hamilton. Off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound, and the putback is in. So Hamilton with all 5 for Columbus so far. Like I said, if things look a little bit different, we're running off of Girard stuff tonight. I'm hoping the audio sounds all right. We're still kind of working around that. I can't hear myself in the headset, so. Usually I can, so I know what I sound like. There's Sullivan on the right wing. He'll drive in. Outside for Mangini. Tried to take a baseline for Vinny Pyle now. Drives in the lane. That was a travel. He walked with it. Pyle lays it in for 2. 5-3. Columbus on top early in this one. 6:19 left to go. First quarter. There's Stover. Inside. Out for Hamilton. Top of the key. 3 on the way. Nice move. Well, if Hamilton's going to hit like this all night, we might as well just put him as the leading scorer. He's got all of them for Columbus so far. Kramer going to try to set things up for Frontenac. I don't think there's any truth to that cliche, it's hard to beat, and Kramer throws it away. I don't think there's any truth to that cliche that it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. Frontenac hoping that there's truth to that tonight because they need a win over Columbus, but Columbus has beat them both times. Like we said, it's been close every time. It's just one of those things. There's Mangini out for Sullivan. Now Niche hands it off for Trey Kramer on the wing. Bounce passes it in. Niche out for Pyle. Pyle fakes Ungenhauer. Here's a 3 on the way from Sullivan, no good. Titans will come down with the board. Here's Ungenhauer on the other hand, and he loses it. Here comes Kramer off the pass from Niche. And his shot no good, but they'll get a whistle and a foul. And yes, I do know there's a lot of buzzing. That is typically what happens at Girard's stream. We apologize, but I'm hoping there's crowd noise. Jaden Houghton can check in for the Raiders. Youngblood for Columbus. That foul was against Landon Midget. That was his first personal, second team foul. And Kramer will knock down both. So all of his points tonight from that foul stripe so far, 3 of them. Midget will drive inside, around the perimeter, gets stuck in traffic. He'll back it out for Ungenhauer. For Stover. Youngblood trying to set something up. Tries his hand at a 3, right wing, too strong. And rebound tipped around. Houghton tipped it right into the hands of Mario Mangini. Here's Kramer to Sullivan in the corner. Bounce pass inside for Mangini. Nice move there, and he lays it off the glass. Got to give it to him. That was a nifty move in traffic. Good way to shake your defender there. Midget's going to bring it up for Columbus. Sends it over to Hamilton. Tries his hand at a 3. Off the glass and good. And Hamilton is still the only person to score tonight for Columbus. I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess we'll wait and find out. There's Sullivan, takes it inside, too strong. Here comes Hamilton with the board. Midget weaves it around Sullivan for Stover. Youngblood a couple steps inside. Ungenhauer at the elbow. Puts up a jump shot, no good. Does get his own rebound. I don't know how he got that. The follow, no good. Gets another offensive board, and he lays it off the glass and good. When you've got the state high jump champion, sometimes that stuff just works out in your favor. I mean, honestly don't know how he came out of that with about a 3 dozen Raiders in front of his face. We'll take it, though. And they'll get a travel on Mangini. That was a bit of a delayed call, in my opinion. But I'm not gonna complain about it. Midget will take it across for Columbus. Bounce pass for Stover. Over to Youngblood, stuck in traffic, and they'll get a foul on the floor. That will go against Lane Sullivan. There's Stover, now Minor, top of the key. Stover, jump shot from the corner, no good. And rebound controlled by Frontenac. It goes off of Sullivan's feet. It's corralled in the backcourt by Houghton and Vinny Pyle. So Frontenac, a little sloppy possession there. Still manages to keep control of the ball. Mangini takes it up strong over the basket, no good. Here comes Midget. Got to stay smart on these possessions, and Ungenhauer throws it away. Here comes Pyle working on a double team, and he lays it off the glass and good. 13-9. Midget for Ungenhauer, inside for Minor in the lane, backs it out for Midget. Youngblood off the handoff from Seth Stover. He'll drive in, shot in the paint, nothing but net. First bucket for Cole Youngblood. Tightens up 15-9. You want to break away as much as you can because you know Frontec's going to come back a better team in the second half. What they've done both times this season, and Columbus has struggled to answer, but they've just managed to sneak away with the win, and there's Pyle. He lost it between his legs. And here comes Youngblood, and Youngblood will scoop it in. No good, gets his offensive rebound. The putback follows, no good. And Vinny Pyle had it tipped away, and Sestover trying to save it out of bounds. It'll go off his hands, and should go back to Columbus, I would think. Matt Kirk in for Columbus. Abram Frankenberry checking in for the Frontenac Raiders. Miner on the wing for Ungenhauer. Back to Miner. Kirk in the corner. Over for Ungenhauer. Bounce pass inside for Youngblood, and he gets the bucket and the foul. That's 4 for Youngblood, and he'll take a trip at the foul stripe. And they're going to get that one on Niche. Team fouls tied at 2, and Youngblood completes the triple. Open 3 for Logan Myers, and he knocks it down. I mean, I don't know where he came from, but he was just right there in the corner at the perfect time. Nobody on him. Columbus going to need to clean that up. 18-12. Columbus by 6. Here's Youngblood. Try to take a baseline. Stuck in traffic. We'll back it out for Ungenhauer. 25 seconds for Miner. Cross court for Cole Miner from Youngblood, and they'll trade it again. Here's Stover in the lane. Down to 10. Kirk for Ungenhauer. Want to end on a triple. Ungenhauer will take it in the lane and throw it away. It'll go back to Frontenac. And Columbus fans not in agreement. They're saying it went off of Frontenac's hands. So Jaden Houghton back in. Brett Hamilton for Columbus. So both squads trying to work their bench early here. There's a shot from Sullivan at the buzzer, no good. So at the end of 1, Columbus leads it 18-12. We'll come back with second quarter action from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium after this.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the rad in names and numbers.
Welcome back here to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Still hoping everybody can hear me okay. If you're watching out there, send me a text. That'd be great. Because I can't hear myself in the headset, but I've gotten texts, people saying they can hear me. I'm just hoping those texts are valid. There's been Geenie on the way from 3, and it rattles in. So that's a hot start for Frontenac coming out of the quarter break. Frontenac's pulled it back within 1 possession. There's Kirk. Kirk for Midget. Galena beat Girard in a big way. Columbus trying to do the same here against Frontenac. Both squads trying to coming with a nice big win. Leading Columbus in the Sub-State title game last year. Kirk on the way from 3, too short, and there comes Mangini with the board. There's Myers for Houghton. Kramer inside for Houghton on the baseline. Stuck in traffic, will back it out for Myers. 3 on the way, uh-oh. And that's in, and Frontenac ties it up. 18 all, 6:41 left to go until halftime. And that pass stolen away, and there's the easy bucket in transition for Trey Kramer, and Coach Smalley is gonna call timeout. Titans got some work to do here coming out of the quarter break, as Frontenac's currently on like a 6-0 run. Anyway, we'll be back here in 30 seconds on Columbus Sports Live. Frontenac leads Columbus off of a 6 or 7-0 run. I think it was 7. Hamilton trying to answer on the other end, no good. And here comes Houghton. The ball stripped away, and Columbus couldn't contain it. Nasty possession there for the Titans. And Frontenac has the opportunity to extend their lead. Myers, and that pass tipped away by Miner, and he gets the easy bucket in transition. First bucket of the game for Cole Miner, and he ties it up 20 all. Mangini near the top of the key. Here's Kramer on the way for 3. That's short, off the mark, and Columbus is going to let it go out of bounds. Titan basketball. Sullivan and Vinny Pyle back in for the Raiders. Midget will signal flash. Dungenhauer in the corner, looks good, and he knocked it down. There you go. Colt with 5. Here's Mangini trying to finally have stopped the run the Raiders had there. Kramer in the lane, and his shot, I think it was partially swatted, but he got it to go. Columbus still with a 1-point lead. Hamilton for Midget. Hamilton cross-court pass for Cole Miner. For Midget, thought about the 3. Of course, he was met by a host of Raiders. Here's Ungenhauer in the lane, out for Miner, in for Stover. Oh. And an outer perimeter violation will turn it over to Frontenac. So Columbus had an opportunity with Stover underneath the basket, and the ref just called it. Tough to take. Here's Vinny Pyle. Top for Mario Mangini. They're going to work between those two a lot. Kind of reminds me almost a little bit of the Brett Sarwinski and Tyler Little combo from last year and the year before that. They're going to get a foul on Cole Miner as he tried to reach in. Second personal on him. Third team foul. Oh boy. Not a shooting situation as Sullivan for Kramer off the inbound. Bounce pass for Niche. At the top of the key. Hand it off for Pyle. Pyle finds a good opening in the lane. Too strong. And with the height that Ungenhauer's got, man, he can jump up for it, and he's going to work on a defender's nice move to Hamilton. Shot blocked, and he goes down. It's going to go out of bounds. And we'll see who the possession arrow stays with. Of course, both teams going to argue their side. And it's going to go to Frontenac. And there's the Titan side expressing themselves like they do. We'll see if that works out in their favor or not. Here's Kramer for Sullivan. And they're going to get a foul on Vinny Pyle. First personal on Pyle. Ball goes back to Columbus. So that all worked out. I guess in the terms of nobody scored any points on that possession. Personally, I would argue that the ball should have went back to Columbus at the start of it, but I'm a bit biased. There's Midget, left wing, 3 on the way, no good, but the putback by Colt Ungenhauer is 5 for him in the second quarter. Up by 3 now is Columbus, and there's Niche for Mangini, and he answers on the other end. That was a nice move. Got to give it to Frontenac. They're using their talent pretty well here. And it's back to a 1-point game. Columbus with the lead. Here's Cole Youngblood. Jump shot in the lane. Way too strong. And Colt Ungenhauer couldn't control the rebound. Kramer comes up with it in the paint. And he'll take a little step. And his shot somehow rattles in. 25-26. Frontenac now with the lead. Here's Youngblood. Out for Midget, 2:29 before the yelling in the locker room starts. Colt from the corner. No good. The putback by Hamilton is up and in. That's his first bucket of the second quarter after being pretty much the only scorer in the first. Hamilton finally finds his opportunities in the second. Vinny Pyle on the baseline, out for Sullivan. Shot bounces off. Woo! Avoided death in the valley there. Nice move by Ungenhauer in the lane. Swooped it around his body. Here's Hamilton out for 3. No good. And ball will go back to Frontenac. And I believe they got a whistle and a foul off the rebound on Landon Midget. Second personal on Midget. 4th team foul. Called him pretty even tonight. I'm not going to lie. So, I mean, I can't be all too upset about that. But you always want it to go your way. Columbus still on top by 1, 27-26. Mangini. Now for Vinny Pyle. Fake to the 3. Drives in from the foul stripe. And it rattles in. It's his first points of the second quarter. Frontenac on top by 1. Youngblood atop for Ungenhauer. Now Minor. We're getting ready to tick under a minute to go here in this one. Or in the first half, excuse me. Here's Youngblood for Minor. Columbus going to try to dribble it out with Frontenac's defense. 50 seconds is a long time to hold it. And they're not. Hamilton in the lane. Got everything turned up. Minor. Jump shot on the way from Seth Stover, no good. And here come the Raiders. Here's Houghton. He lays it up and in for Frontenac. And now it's a 3-point lead for the Raiders. Here's Ungenhauer out for Hamilton. Tries to answer. He does. Ties it back up at 30. And there's a turnover. Here comes Hamilton the other way. Shakes Houghton and lays it off the glass and good. And that will do it at the end of the half. Columbus leads at 32-30, a close one here from Ted R. Taylor. We're going to come back with our Crossland Construction halftime show in 2 minutes. We return here to Girard with the exciting sub-state semifinal action after this commercial break.
For health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
As one of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated. Exchange State Bank provides quality customer service supporting the growth of local businesses, agriculture, and the financial needs of families in the community. With competitive savings and loan products, online banking and mobile deposits, free debit cards, and more, Exchange State Bank is working to earn your business. To earn more, call 620-429-1873 or visit esbks.com. Exchange State Bank, you're not just banking, you're banking with friends.
Welcome back out here to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium on the Crossland Construction halftime show. Your career waits with Crossland Construction. Start with Crossland right out of high school with their internship and apprenticeship programs. Learn more at crossland.com/careers. All right, we'll go ahead and take a look at these scoring totals from the first half so far. As, well, I don't know if he's going for a career high tonight or what, but Britt Hamilton unofficially has 18 points tonight so far in this one. Leading scorer for Columbus, obviously, and then it just drops off after that. 7 for Colt Ungenhauer, Minor with 2. Britt Hamilton at 11 in the first quarter. and then he really picked up steam at the end of the second. And so in a big fashion, he's picked things up. So we're going to need a lot more from him. We're going to need more from all of these guys. And, I forgot to add Youngblood. He's got 5 in the ball game. So Hamilton with 18, Ungenhauer with 7, 5 for Cole Youngblood, and for Cole Minor 2 points. On the Raiders side, they are led in scoring by Logan Myers with 8 points. He's kind of had some silent points there, and I'm pretty sure in like, I wouldn't say he's working on a double-double just yet, but in, with rebounds and stuff, he's been the main guy, him and Lane Sullivan. Unfortunately, Sullivan, no points. I say unfortunately, but fortunately for us. 7 points for Mario McGinney and Trey Kramer, 6 for Vinny Pyle, and 2 for Jaden Houghton. And that rounds out the scoring here from Ted R. Taylor so far. Close game, 32-30, the current score of this one. Columbus on top only by a bucket. Honestly, I thought we came out pretty well off offensively. I mean, that was one of the better offensive starts we've had this season. And the problem is that Frontenac has answered on almost every possession. And that's not the way it worked. We had a pretty decent lead going into each halftime. Now you don't. And Frontenac's known to become a second-half team. So what you really got to do is pick up the pace every time and follow through with your shots. We've seen some sloppy possessions from both teams, but I feel like especially Columbus tonight has just not been able to get the shots that they've needed to fall, especially in easy buckets. That should have went up. Frontenac's had a couple of those, but tonight it's really just going to be a matter of who can win it in the paint. Out of perimeter shots and all that, both teams have got it. Height, both teams I feel like have got it. I feel like we have a little more guard play. Frontenac has a little bit more size. That could be debated. As far as height goes, I think we have a little bit more width on us. But other than that, I feel like overall, as these two teams have kind of met for this third time, both teams are bringing their best. And I wouldn't say Columbus is necessarily, they've played a lot better than they have tonight, but they're not playing terrible. And that's the thing, if they can come out of the second half not defeated, not completely wiped out, they've got a good shot. But it's not going to get any easier. I mean, if they win tonight, look at who they've got. They've got Galena in a rematch from last year, and Galena just beat Girard 59-28, and most of that 28 points came in the fourth quarter when we had a running clock. So I don't know if it's just me or not, but that Galena game is going to make me a little bit nervous. Anyway, we're going to take another quick break, and we're going to come back with the Cross Construction Halftime Show continuation. We'll tell you about some scores from last night on the girls' side, and unfortunately I don't have my little bracket thing. I'll try to get that made, and we'll come back with that. We return here to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium in 2 minutes.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-rated pole signs, digital signs, banners, and more. Vital Signs takes you from concept to design to installation. Up your graphics and promotion game with Vital Signs. To see more of their work, follow them at facebook.com/Vital Signs Sign Company or call 620-429-3000.
Welcome back out here as we kick off the second half of play. For some reason, I'm dropping frames, and I don't know why. Oh well, I'm just going to hope it's nothing too major. Here's Midget. We didn't drop him at all. Hoping to keep steady for at least the gameplay action. Minor for Midget. 3 on the way. Short. And there comes Mangini with the board for Frontenac. And there's a turnover on... And Ungenhauer ran into Mangini with the ball. And they're going to get a foul on Mangini. First personal on him, starting it off early with the fouls here. As Minor will inbound it. Left baseline for Hamilton. Off the pass from Midget. Midget inside, nearly lost it between his legs. They'll back it out for Hamilton. Hamilton for 3, too strong. And there's a tie-up between Pyle and Minor. Alternating possession will give it to Frontenac. Okay. I'll be nice and bite my tongue. We've got Keisha PSAs to run here in a minute, so. Here's Mangini for 3. No good. We're still scoreless here in the first minute to play of the third quarter. Columbus comes down with a rebound. There's Midget. Now for Ungenhauer. Midget top of the key for Minor. Ungenhauer. Minor on the wing, knocks it down. Nothing but net. First triple for Cole Minor. It's a good way to start, 35-30. I wouldn't say Columbus came out hot because that was been over a minute without any scoring, but still. Frontenac going to try to answer. There's Kramer out for Pyle. Pyle for Kramer inside the paint. He's going to get fouled with the bucket to go. Get off of him. Oh! They're going to get a charge. I apologize for laughing, but that is not what I thought happened at all. They're going to get a charge on Trey Kramer. Ball goes back to Columbus. When I saw Columbus with the ball, I was like, oh. What I said was not right. Fortunately, ball goes back to Columbus. Boy, you needed that. Sometimes a charge can be a momentum shift in a game. And isn't the momentum shift the story of these two teams here in the games they've played this year? Stover inside for Hamilton. Jump shot on the way. Rattles in. He's got 20. Columbus on top by 7. And Coach Barcelona calls timeout. 60-second timeout called by Coach Vars. We'll take it with him. We return here to Ted R. Taylor after this.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
we've got some confusion here, as that's a charge, and it goes to Columbus, not Frontenac. What are we doing? So we have an offensive foul on Trey Kramer, and now we don't have it. Okay, here's Mangini for three. Pops it, no good. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Frontenac as Cole Minor is saved by the student section. Some confusion on the court. I think we're all good now. Frontenac ball. Here's Niche up top for Kramer. Kramer inside for Niche, and ball on the floor, and we will get a tie up. Alternating possession will give it back to Columbus. So another opportunity to turn defense into offense here for the Titans, as they desperately need to start trying to pull away in this one. Frontenac's one of those teams this year that never a comfortable lead with them. And we need to start picking things up a little bit. 37-30. 5:15 left to go here in the third. Bounce pass from Stover to Minor, top of the key. He'll hand it off for Seth. Trying to get things working here on offense. Midget finds an opening, stuck in traffic. Will take it up anyway, and he lays it off the glass and good. First bucket of the ball game for Landon Midget. Couldn't come at a better time. And I think Minor poked the pass away, or the ball. It'll stay with Frontenac. And Sullivan will inbound it from the bench. Corbin Niche, he hands it off for Trey Kramer. Frontenac still trying to work around that outer perimeter, find an opening. Columbus on a, I think, 9-0 run here. Maybe not 9-0, 5-0 maybe, I don't know. I'll try to keep track of that next time. Here's Mangini on the elbow, handed out for Niche. For Kramer. Columbus doing a good job of keeping him held out in the paint. And there's Kramer, takes a baseline shot, swatted out of there by Hamilton. He throws it ahead. Ungenhauer, they're going to get a whistle and a foul. Ungenhauer lost the ball, but a foul called. Ungenhauer did lose the ball before the foul, so it will be inbounded by Minor on the left baseline. So Houghton in for Frontenac. Columbus trying to pull their lead to double digits. Ungenhauer fakes for three, will take it into the paint and throws it away. Pass intended for Cole Minor. I don't know if Minor wasn't looking or if he just didn't have the numbers game. Might have had a double team inside the paint, but a little miscommunication there. Frontenac ball. There's Houghton inside, out for Kramer, long two, and he switched it. So he's got 9 in the ball game. And there's Hamilton. The long inbound and the full court press. Hamilton throws it ahead to Stover, and he goes up and lays it in. So Columbus answers right back. Still a 9-point game. Columbus on top 41-32. Minor going to tip that away. Kramer ahead for Houghton. Titans have done a pretty good job defensively here in this third quarter. What I like to see. Kramer lays it up and in. As I say that, he's wide open. Excuse me, that was Lane Sullivan. 22 and 23. I'm getting confused. Numbers are hard. Ungenhauer takes it going the other way. Stover inside for Landon Midget. Landon will put up a little floater to go. He's got 4 in the third, and that's, well, all he's got in the entire game. And they're going to get a charge. I don't know if that was against Houghton or not. Offensive foul on Jaden Houghton. His first personal. Columbus ball. Hamilton took it. You know, Minor's been the one to take those this year, but you got to step up in this postseason game. Do what you need to do on defense. decent-sized crowd here for this nightcap. If Columbus wins it, they will take on the number 1 seed Galena in a rematch from last year, which will be interesting. And Bryant Kitchen tips that pass out of bounds. It'll stay with Columbus. As this is the first time we've seen Bryant Kitchen all game. He was a big player for Frontenac on the defensive end the last time these two teams met at the end of the main season. So just a week or two ago. Didn't have many points, only 4 in that game, but he was big on the rebounds. Could have had a double-double if he scored more points. Midget out for Stover. Here's Ungenhauer. He'll take it baseline and take it up strong, and he lays it off the glass and good. And Columbus pulls it up to double-digit lead, and that's what you like to see if you're Columbus. There's Kitchen, top of the key. We'll hand it off for Trey Kramer, and pass stolen away by Cole Miner. Here he comes going the other way, and took it up too strong. And that could have been easy points for Columbus, and Cole Miner was just too strong on the layup. There's McGeaney for 3. Off the rim, no good, and there's Youngblood for the rebound. Telling you what, Columbus has played good coming out of the half, but the first half of the game, playing like that against Galena doesn't make for a good picture. But you've got to get through Frontenac first, and ball will go out of bounds. It'll stay with Columbus as it kind of went off of Mario's foot. As Hamilton and Tanner check in for Columbus. Pile in for Frontenac. There's Tanner on the outer perimeter. Hands it off to Landon Midget in the corner, and they're going to try to set something up. Frontenac's defense still struggling a little bit coming out of the locker room, but that fourth quarter has been detrimental in the games the times these two teams have met. So that's something to keep your eye out on. Ungenhauer looking for somebody to hand it off to across court for Tanner. Takes the 3. Now Midget, burn some clock here. Good move by Columbus, leaving it around the perimeter. Draining some clock as we're now under a minute to play in the third. Midget nearly had his pocket picked, hands it off for Tanner. Ungenhauer will back out. Just let him come to you, man. And Ungenhauer will take it working against McGeaney. I don't know how that's not a foul. I mean, he got mauled right there on the baseline. There's Pyle underneath the Kitchen, and he lays it up and in. I'm speechless. I really don't know. I mean, Ungenhauer pretty much got mauled twice, and they called nothing. And there's Ungenhauer again, and they're going to get a blocking foul. On McGeaney. There's Tanner off the long inbound. 15 seconds. Columbus can hold it for the final shot. And that pass tipped away. Here comes the Raiders for Pyle. And Pyle is mauled. Shot's no good. Foul is on the floor. They're going to get that one on Youngblood. Team foul number 1 on Columbus. 5 for Frontenac. Long inbound for Pyle. Here's Sullivan in the corner. Shot no good, and Pyle tips it out of bounds. It'll go back to Columbus. Oh, vey. Frontenac is pulled it within double digits now as Logan Myers checks back in for the Raiders. But still one of those things where you never feel comfortable. There's a long inbound for Youngblood. Throws it up to Midget, and he can't control it. So at the end of 3, Columbus leads it 45-36. We will take a 1-minute break and come back to Girard High School after this.
As one of the oldest banks in southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated. Exchange State Bank provides quality customer service supporting the growth of local businesses, agriculture, and the financial needs of families in the community. With competitive savings and loan products, online banking and mobile deposits, free debit cards, and more, Exchange State Bank is working to earn your business. To earn more, call 620-429-1873 or visit esbks.com. Exchange State Bank, you're not just banking, you're banking with friends.
When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
Welcome back here to Girard High School at our Taylor Gymnasium as we are starting the fourth quarter. It's Frontenac basketball. They'll get in the backcourt to Kramer. What? Are we throwing somebody out? And they're going to throw a member of the Columbus student section. I think they're just going to give him a warning. I think we're getting a warning. And Columbus fans don't like it. I was wondering what the stoppage in play was. Columbus student section gets a warning. Not throwing anybody out yet. Mr. David gonna clear things up. Back to the action here. Here's Sullivan for Kramer. 3 on the way. Too strong. And here comes Hamilton down with the board. I think they're going to get a travel on Hamilton as he's falling down. I mean, whether the contact was intentional by the guy or not, can't call traveling. Gotta be a foul. Raider ball, they get another opportunity at it as they've been given several second chances. Bailed out there completely. Here's McGeaney for 3, too strong. Luckily, they've missed all their opportunities at second chances, but they've gotten so many of them. Makes your heart in your throat a little bit. There's Midget for Stover. Minor with the ball now. He'll dribble it around the left wing and hand it off for Ungenhauer. Youngblood escapes through a double or triple team of Raiders and backs it out for Ungenhauer. Ungenhauer will drive it inside the lane, and it will go the other way. They get another travel. Ball goes back to Frontenac. Still a 9-point game, Columbus on top, so they've got a little room to give up these possessions. But man, oh man, and there's it's going to be an over the back foul on the floor, and that's going to go against, I believe, Minor. And Coach Barcelona going to argue something. Yep, it'll go against Cole Minor. Oh. Third foul on Minor, second team foul for Columbus. Sullivan will inbound it on the baseline, and the inbound tipped away. Ungenhauer can't save it. But nice attempt there by Cole Youngblood to get the ball and try to run away with it. Big defensive player, a junior for Columbus. Here's Kramer now. He'll inbound it near the half-court mark. Here's Pyle, long three off the rim, and Hamilton comes down with it. And Frontenac wanting some kind of warning, as Brett said something when he came down with the ball, and they're going to get a foul on the floor. Hamilton did make the shot, but it'll go against, I think, number 10, Corbin Niche. Second foul on Niche.
Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Titan fans can find us at 404B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout called by Coach Barcelona. Trying to regroup the squad, down by 9. Scoreless here in the fourth so far as Youngblood atop for Stover on the inbound. Midget will weave it around, and Sullivan trying to reach inside, pick the pocket. I'm sure that's what they talked about. Try to create turnovers here quickly and efficiently, and Youngblood will post up against Kramer, back it out for Stover and Midget. And Coach Smiley calls a timeout of his own, 30 seconds. We'll keep it right here. But one of the, I was kind of taking a look at these past sub-states. Frontenac, if you're taking a look in the past 4 years, because we got seniors, looking at Frontenac before COVID, in 2020 they lost to Galena in the sub-state championship game, and then every year from that point on, they've lost in the semifinals. They lost to Galena in the semifinals the following year. They lost to Burlington up at the Lacine sub-state last year, trying to break that streak, but Columbus also trying to keep their streak of the sub-state title alive, or sub-state championship game alive. Was involved with it last year. Lost to Galena, and the way things are looking now, it's going to be the same matchup. A little redemption for Columbus, and there's and there's a blocking foul on Vinny Pyle. Titans, as many times as try to turn things up a little bit here on the crowd side. As many times as Frontenac's been bailed out, Columbus kind of got bailed out there, not gonna lie. As Ungenhauer missed the bucket. And there's a bucket on the other end for Seth Stover. Finally, after going scoreless for the first 2 minutes of this one in the fourth, somebody's getting some buckets, and fortunately for us, it's on the Titan side. Mangini inside for Niche, and they'll get a whistle and a foul. That will go against Youngblood. That's his second personal. Nobody really in foul trouble on either side. Pyle with 2, Mangini with 2, Houghton with 1, Kramer with 1, and Niche with 2. On the Columbus side, it's Minor with 3, Midget with 2, and Youngblood with 2. 3 and 7, the team fouls. Frontenac on the latter half of that. Mangini for Pyle on the wing. He'll work on a double team. We'll hand it out for Mangini. Kramer will weave it around. Pyle on the way for 3, nothing but net. Long 3 for Vinny Pyle, and there's a turnover and Coach Barcelona called timeout. Frontenac takes 30. We'll take it with them. We return here to Ted R. Taylor after this.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout called by Coach Barcelona, the inbound, there's Mangini for Sullivan. Bounce pass for Kramer as a three and a quick turnover for Frontenac, and they've tried to pull themselves back in the game. Shot no good for Kramer. Tipped around. Mangini comes up with it. I don't know how he did that. Myers, top of the key. Rattles out, no good. Swatted out of there. I thought it was swatted out of there by Kramer. It'll stay with Frontenac. And the Frontenac fans behind me getting a little intense. Just as our student section was apparently 2 minutes ago. It's all right. Well, we'll bear with him. There's Myers again. Now for Mario. A little confused on who got the pass. Kramer with it. Bounce pass from Mangini again, top of the key. And nearly lost his dribble. He'll give it up for Logan Myers. Titans need a turnover here, not a three-pointer. And there's a turnover ahead to Ungenhauer. Two-handed jam, and the foul. And that's how you do it right there. That's a highlight reel play if you're Columbus. That one went against Trey Kramer's second personal. Columbus pulled it back to double digits on the lead. Ungenhauer from the foul stripe and completes the three-point play. Columbus by 11. 4:10 left to go in the ball game. Still a manageable lead if you're Frontenac, but you need to start picking the pace up. Kramer on the perimeter, gives it up for Pyle. Thought about the three for Kramer. There's Mangini for three, short, and Columbus gonna let it roll out of bounds. Titan basketball. So Miner will inbound it deep in the backcourt for Hamilton. And Frontenac gonna run a small full court press and try to create turnovers. So Columbus, just take care of the ball. I mean, that's what you got to do. Think quickly. Ungenhauer will take it up, too strong. Rolls off the rim, and here comes Vinny Pyle racing the other way. Pyle in traffic, and he lays it up and in. He's got 5 here in the fourth quarter, 11 in the ball game. 3:13 left to go. And Hamilton will lose it off his dribble, off the foot of Jaden Houghton. It'll stay with Columbus. That might have been another time Columbus got bailed out. I don't know. Long inbound for Landon Midget. Now we just got to take care of it. You know, burn some clock here. You're up by 9. Hamilton tries a three, or do that. I stand corrected, I guess. Here comes Pyle. No charge call or blocking foul. So Titans, I guess, get bailed out there. Pyle misses the layup. Here comes Ungenhauer. Stuck on a double team, gives it up for Youngblood. Youngblood working on one himself, out for Landon Midget. At the elbow, will fake the shot. Inside for Miner. Easy bucket for him is good. Now we're picking it up. And just at the right time, 2:24 left to go. Mangini out for Houghton. And his pass is stolen away. Here comes Miner. And they're going to get the foul on the floor. And they're going to get that one on Jaden Houghton, his second personal. So Kirk back in the ball game. Minor at the line will miss the free throw. Frontenac ball as we're getting ready to tick under 2 minutes to play. And I think they're going to get a foul there on Minor. That's his fourth, so now you finally have somebody in foul trouble. There's a three on the way, no good. Tanner comes down with the board. Just hold it. Let him come to you, get it across half court and burn this clock down. You got 2 minutes. I know it's a long time, but just take care of the ball. There's the pass underneath to Youngblood and gets the bucket and the foul right as he threw it up. So one shot for Cole Youngblood. That will be the third personal on Pyle. Or is that the fifth? They've got him for 5. And that will be Pyle's 5th, so he'll foul out with 11 points tonight. And I want to say he's a senior. There's Mangini on the way for 3, no good, and there comes Tanner with it. Tanner inside for Stover, nice move there, and he lays it up and in. 6 in the ball game, all in the second half for Seth Stover, and Columbus is going to run away with this thing. Only another bucket before this, a 20-point game, except Sullivan gets hacked with 1:16 to go. And the Titan bench will be respectful and sit down. Nobody needs to get thrown out of here. I know it's Frontenac, but got to take care of business against Galena tomorrow night. And Sullivan makes the first. Second one on the way from Sullivan, and he knocks both. And here comes Minor, 1:16 left to go. Goes it ahead for Youngblood off the full court press, and he'll take it inside. Backwards layup, no good. Reverse layup. Titans come down with the rebound. And they're going to get a travel on Kirk or Tanner. There's Kramer for Mangini, out for Sullivan. 3 on the way, off the mark, no good. And Mangini will put it back up, and that's nice. Under a minute to play, and Coach Barcelona calls timeout. We'll take it with him. We return here to Girard High School after this commercial break.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Southeast Kansas, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. That's 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter, proud to support area high schools and student athletes. See the RAD in names and numbers.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Welcome back, 59-45. This one's just about over here. Miner trying to inbound it, gets it for Youngblood. And they will get it across half court, working on a squad of Raiders. Here's Tanner, he takes it in, too strong. Here comes Mangini with it. I don't know why we're not holding it. I really don't. And luckily Frontenac throws it away. Let them foul and come to you, Stover in the game, and he'll inbound it. And Miner will take it across with 30 seconds left. I don't know if Frontenac's going to lay off the pressure or not. They hand it off to Stover. I don't know if they're going to foul. I don't see a reason. There's 20 seconds. They've wasted all that time. And that will do it. Columbus punches their ticket back to the Sub-State Championship game with a 59-45 win here over the Raiders. The biggest win against the squad this season. Finally, it's more than single digits. And unfortunately for a good majority of the Frontenac lineup, their season ends tonight. And they're not even going to sound the buzzer. That will do it. So we will be back here at Ted R. Taylor tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for the one to see if Titans go to state or get a washout from the Galena Bulldogs. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a minute, and hopefully have a word from Coach Smiley as we kick off our post-game show. We return here to Girard High School after this.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209. When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
As we crank up the the audio knobs there. Welcome back to Columbus Sports Live as Titans once again are back in the Sub-State Championship game as they will take on the Galena Bulldogs tomorrow night at 7 o'clock here from Ted R. Taylor. And we'll go ahead and quickly pull up that bracket so we can see kind of what we're doing. I actually don't have the little graphic thing that I made for the bracket, but that's okay. Yeah, that's the girls. We don't want that. And there goes some of the ESPN equipment. But looking at the bracket, I don't know what Galena beat Girard by. I just know it was a lot. In fact, I think it was like 51 to 48 or something like that. You know, we'll go back and look. Let's see what we got here. 59 to 28. So this game was closer, but Frontenac, I feel like, played better than Girard did, but that's just me. Can't talk too much because we're using their equipment. Anyway, we'll go ahead and add up some totals from this one tonight. The leading scorer tonight for Columbus was Brett Hamilton with 23 points. Picked a good majority of those up in the first half. A huge player for Columbus. 18 of those came before halftime. Followed up by 12 from Colt Ungenhauer, 7 from Miner and Youngblood, 6 for Seth Stover, and 4 for Landon Midget to round out the evening. For Frontenac, they're led in scoring by Vinny Pyle with 11, followed up by Mario Mangini and Trey Kramer, both tied with 9. And Columbus did a good job of limiting Kramer 7 at the half and only picked up another bucket in the third, and that's where it stayed for him. Same with Vinny Pyle. He had 2 threes in the fourth quarter late in the stretch, but other than that, he went scoreless in the third quarter. 8 for Logan Myers, all of them in the first half. A bucket in the third for Bryant Kitchen, a bucket in the second for Jaden Houghton, and Lane Sullivan had 4 points. Forgot about him. So that rounds out the scoring totals tonight for these two squads as Columbus. Now you're nervous about this game. Now you got to get nervous for tomorrow because that's when the real pressure comes in as they will take on the undefeated Galena Bulldogs, 22-0 on the season. I think Columbus advances to 18-4 with this win, and they will. We'll have that game tomorrow night for you at 7 o'clock here from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. To be honest with you, I'm not sure if Coach Smiley knows how to get his way up here. So we'll wait and find out. There's a staircase that leads you up to the second floor. I know he's been here several times, but he's always on the bench level. But we'll wait and see if he can find his way up here, and we'll ask him a few questions, and then we'll get out of here from Girard High School. We'll take another quick break, and we will let you know about the girls' side of the bracket as well, because we got the girls' sub-state game going on at 5:30 tomorrow night here from Ted R. Taylor. We return here to Girard High School on the post-game show after this commercial break.
Hey, where are you going? You can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am a king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Cowles carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Cowles continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Cowles Service, 620-724-4121. See more at CowlesServiceLLC.com.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209. When it comes to your health, there's no need to travel. Mercy Hospital Columbus offers an array of outpatient services such as physical therapy and infusions. Mercy also has private room swing bed services and respite care. The ER is open 24/7 with low wait times. Mercy cardiology physicians can even serve patients here. Choosing a small community hospital allows you to remain close to home while still receiving important medical care. Eliminate unnecessary time and travel by choosing Mercy Hospital Columbus.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Welcome back out here to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Coach Smiley is still unable to, I don't know if he's unable to find his way up here, if he just doesn't want to come up here. Anyway, still got one more break to go, so I guess we'll go ahead and hold it. But we'll tell you about the girls' side of this sub-state bracket, as it will be Galena and Columbus on the boys' side tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. On the girls' side, yesterday, Cherryvale beat out Galena 61-50 to book their ticket, and sorry, we got some rowdy people. Anyway, back to this. Frontenac booked their ticket 55-41 over Girard. So it will be Cherryvale and Frontenac in the sub-state title game tomorrow night at 5:30. That's when that game starts. So I'm not sure if we'll have, and I think Coach Smiley's going to talk to us from the stands. That's okay. We got a headset up here for him. But on the girls' side, I think, I don't know, Frontec's done it 3 years in a row. So I don't know. I don't know who we've got coming up. Oh, he's just going to climb over the bench. Okay. But I don't know. I know Cherryvale is a good girls' team, but we'll see what Frontenac does as we bring in the head coach himself, Jerry Smiley. You might want to take one earmuff out, because I can't even hear myself in these.
As long as I can hear you speak, I'm good.
Can you hear me all right?
I got you.
All right, awesome. So looking tonight, it was, honestly thought we came out offensively pretty good. I mean, unofficially, Brett Hamilton had 23 points on the night, and he had 18 of those, for me at least, in the first half. So a big offensive start. What did you guys talk about at the half? I know it was pretty close, going into half, a 2-4-point game.
Yeah, Hamilton came out really going. He got us started early in the first quarter, looks like. like second quarter continued. And then in the locker room at halftime, we talked about our defense because it was not good enough. We were sloppy. We were giving up layups, and they really weren't killing us on the three-point line. It looks like they had 3 in the first half, but we were giving up drives to the paint, finishes at the rims, which that's what we addressed.
Looking ahead, I was a little bit shocked when I came here and saw the score of the Galena-Girard game. I think those might be those 2 stat sheets right there. But it was 59-28, Galena on top. You know, we obviously know, looking from last year, that they're trying to go back for the 4th time. We're trying to get there, first of all. Both times we've played them this season, it's been relatively close. So what's kind of the attitude going into Galena since we got to play them tomorrow night?
Good war. We got a war in front of us because they are a team that hasn't been beat all season. And it doesn't matter that the last 2 games were close, because you saw tonight that they can really get hot from the three-point line and use all their weapons effectively. So they're the team to beat tomorrow. We got to try and knock them off their pedestal, and I just hope these seniors get an opportunity late in the game to do that. It's going to be hard. They defend. I don't know what Girard scored. 11 in the first half, and then finished with not too many after that. So I'm not going to repeat that for Coach Westcott's sake, but out of appreciation.
Right.
But, yeah, mindset is it's going to be a war, and can't let them get as many three-point looks and share the basketball as well they did.
You know, looking at last year's game, you know, I hate to bring up bad memories, but it was a close game at half, and then they started to pull away with it. Obviously, with Brett Sarwinski from his outside shooting, they've still got some of that.
Plenty of it.
So do you think these boys are going to take some lessons from last year since we've got all of our starters coming back?
First of all, getting back to this was a task that should not be overlooked. It's not always easy to do what Galena has done, which is get back to the state tournament. For everybody else in the CNC, it's a battle to get to the championship game. So for us to get back there, great. I know they have discontent in their minds about the way last year went. Sure, we ran with them early and we took it to them early, but we only won maybe a quarter and a half of last year's game. And everybody in the locker room remembers last year. So we're going to use that tomorrow the best we can. At the same time, try and play within ourselves and play possession basketball, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to try and create more turnovers, and they've done it successfully all season long.
It's going to be a war. It's going to be a battle, and we're here for it at 7 o'clock here from Ted R. Taylor. I got to say I'm a little nervous, but also very excited because I know these boys have been waiting to get back to this point since December 2nd for sure.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We love beating up on each other in the league. It's a friendly little rivalry. You know, kids think that somebody 30 miles down the road is a lot different and so much worse off than they are, or got more things than they do. And I know everybody just fights and plays hard, and it's really nice to be a part of this area's basketball. We kind of spoke about that last week. So
yeah, absolutely. And and that's the thing. You mentioned it about how important it is to get back here, because looking at the sub-state, it was loaded with talent. You know, from almost every angle. Nobody really had an easy first-round game, regardless of the score. You know, you had to fight to earn everything. Do you think it's better for teams to play in that loaded sub-state, or do you like a little easier sub-state when it comes to postseason activity?
I've never had an easy sub-state, Carson, so I can't comment on that. They've all been difficult, but it does prepare.
We'll just say more lopsided scoring.
The team that goes through after some challenging games, speaking to Coach Meyer and others that have been to the state tournament, if you have a weaker sub-state, you get to that first-round game and you're playing the top 8 in the state of Kansas in 3A, and you haven't been tested, that game's a little bit tougher. So if you go through a grinder of a sub-state, you're prepared at least a little bit with matchups. You're going to have the similar speed, similar shooting, similar size, so that prepares the team. But of course, I'm just speaking from the takeaways that I've gotten from others in the area that have been to several state tournaments. But I'm sure Colgan doesn't mind playing in the CNC and then stepping down to 2A, prepared, ready to go to state tournament to play teams that may not be as good as the ones in their own league.
Absolutely. That gets some good experience for their own sub-state, playing the 3A schools kind of like us. But Anyway, Coach, go out and celebrate this one a little bit, and then come back prepared tomorrow, 7 o'clock, a battle in a war against Galena. The Bulldogs, again, a rematch from last year. I'm very excited for it. Congratulations on the win tonight.
I appreciate it, Carson. Thank you very much.
You just heard from the head coach of the Titan boys, Jerry Smiley. We're going to call it a night here from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. We'll be back here at 7 o'clock tomorrow night as the Titans are in a rematch in the sub-state title game against the Galena Bulldogs, and they're already putting up the signs. So that means we should probably go. Anyway, I want to thank everybody so much for joining and watching us, and I don't think we have our closing graphic, so we're just going to run the opening graphic and try to cut it early. We'll do that. Appreciate everyone for coming out here tonight and watching this fun, exciting game. Like I said, back here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock from Ted R. Taylor. Thanks everybody so much for watching, and good night.
It's time for Columbus Sports Live. Columbus Sports Live is presented by Mercy of Columbus. Also by